thermal insulation winter tires. This whole van is set up with... We're getting down to Ifjord, not an Apple product. And we're gonna go up on the Ifjord mountain. This is one of the most notorious mountains in Arctic Norway. One of the most notorious mountain passes. Here's the convoy staging area, but it's all open now. Yeah, let's climb up on this mountain here. Find a great place to camp if there's anything open. In a cabin area now below the mountain, and there's snow drifting across here. This is fun stuff for me to drive in. I love conditions like this. Yeah, it's already getting rough here. That was just like 2 minutes up, and we're a totally different climate here. Yeah, so this is Ifjordfjellet, not an Apple product. And for those of you who have driven it in winter, you know it can be rough. I've gone over here maybe 3 times before in winter, and 2 of those were convoys, I think. It's a fun mountain, unless you get stuck waiting for the road to open. Welcome to my world. Rough stuff now. So this is the reason I have Starlink, because up here there is no cell service, and I've been wanting to camp up here in winter many times, but I've never been able to find any good cell service. But now with Starlink, I'll be connected up here. And with the new side lights, you can see the snow on the side of the van as well. I haven't seen one single car across here. It's Saturday evening and there's nobody around. This is a place I've always wanted to camp. Well. That is actually open. Let's see. Ooh. This is a place I've always wanted to camp. I'm gonna be staying here the whole weekend. Alone, looks like. Really awesome. Hello, snow. Yeah, it's windy already. Pretty frozen. Everything. Time to get comfortable. Get all the thermal stuff in place here. It's only like 6:30. I'm gonna hold up here under my alpaca blanket that I love so much. This is just amazing because it's so big that you can have it double, and that makes all the difference when I keep it at 8 degrees Celsius through the night. And also, you know, you have your feet sticking out towards the window. That's like a cold point, so I have my warmest jacket over my feet as well. It's so nice and warm. I'm waiting for those snowstorms to come in. Now it looks like it's gonna happen tomorrow afternoon. Now actually it's gonna take off around 3 to 5 p.m. it says now tomorrow. Just have to see what happens, really. It's an amazing spot. I'll show you in the morning. I think might get some clear skies like 10 tomorrow or 11. Let's take a quick look outside. Pretty cool and remote up here. I love this place here. This is freezing over. A lot of this stuff here. Back doors. Gonna be hard to open. This is my heater. Giving off its moisture, the exhaust. Always cozy inside. Yeah, that's ice there as well. So they plowed up these groves here. Don't know what it's for. It's actually dead quiet here now. Before the storm. It's super nice. Well, tomorrow it's gonna pick up like crazy. Look at this place. It's a pretty amazing morning. No storm yet, that's for sure. We're just up in the big Arctic white here. And looks like the storm is approaching from this side. Alright, let's open the sunroof, get some air in while we're making the coffee. Let's have a look. Wow. Look at this frozen world here. Gonna get a huge storm here today and tomorrow. Starlink. Maybe in a few months we'll start getting enough sunlight for my solar panel to work. Good morning and cheers, my friends. The most important meal of the day, coffee. It's 10 o'clock and looking at the forecast now, there's the plow tractor. That's the big one they're using for opening stuff up after it's been closed. I'll try to get the drone out and show you this area soon. There goes the snowplow again. They're really good up on this mountain here. Well, looks like the snow just started out of nowhere. Didn't expect this to happen right now. I was thinking this would come in tomorrow. Might have to step outside and film some of this right away. Oh yeah. Feels lonely out here. This is gonna happen really fast, I think. And now the wind is picking up a lot. I think I'll put this camera in because that's not gonna do very well in this. Yeah, haha. A lone trash bin out in the Arctic wilderness. It could get pretty nasty. It's so exposed up here. At least my van is nice and warm. Definitively getting some good snow outside now. Can't really see it that much. I turned on the exterior lights just to have some of the flurries reflect off that light. Oh, it's kind of funny. It's a little bit past 2 o'clock and I'm sitting here. Wind is howling now and snow is on and off, but it's so funny to be out in this remote area and it's dark at 2:20. So it's just me and my jacket and like a white wasteland up here and my map. Plow truck came through and opened the parking lot. Can't really focus. Really, there it is. that's pretty cool. I know that they do that now. Gave him a wave and here he comes again. In an instant it started blowing pretty heavily here now, and that just happened like in 2 minutes. So all of a sudden it got really cold inside the van because it does really, when it's freezing cold and the wind picks up, you can really feel it instantly inside the van. I might have to turn up the heat a little bit. I think the snow is starting to pick up as well. Getting some of this stuff now. In addition, it looks like tomorrow it's gonna be snowing like crazy now, with storm force wind. This could get quite exciting and potentially a whole ton of snow. Now we're talking. I can't really stand here facing the snow like this, but yeah, so we got the blizzard coming in now, and this is gonna be quite extreme, it looks like, because right now on the forecast it really doesn't say anything, but tomorrow it's gonna be brutal, and later today. So just want to give you like a quick overlook. Let me turn the side to this. But I just wanted to give you like a quick overlook of how it's looking before it's starting. So, as you can see, once again, my exterior lights are coming to its right because it's pitch black out here. And this is kind of an extremely good way to light up everything. Of course, the headlamp is also good to have, but it's not really giving me the best filming light, is it? I don't know. Well, use it. I'm thinking the roads are closing, so I'm here now. It's 6 p.m., 6 in the evening, and it will soon be time for some dinner. And today my plan is to make some pancakes, and I'm gonna make cheese pancakes, I think. And I have some other ideas as well. We'll see when I get inside. I forgot what kind of ingredients I have. But look at this. This is quite a lot of fun, isn't it? Let's go over and get some better light here. There. That's a little bit better. That's the exterior lights lighting up my face here. So, yeah, good stuff. I'm always loving this stuff, you know that. And this January, there hasn't been any blizzards. So what's coming now is the first blizzard. Inside it's nice and cozy in the shelter here from the wind. So the plow truck was over here and made a nice little track here, which helps a lot. And I turn my van to face the wind, of course, and right now it's coming a little bit from the side, but the wind is going to turn a little bit further up here to the north when it really picks up. So this is how I planned it. Probably gonna get snowed in here, but I got my shovel so I can get out after a lot of digging, but the plow truck is probably gonna come back after it's over and do a little circle here, because this parking lot was open when I got here. Let's take a look on the road. Yeah, so this is the critical point. So this is the road, and I'm over there. It just came out of nothing. It's so funny how fast that happened. I wouldn't even have the chance to pack up the van and get out of here if I had wanted. Yes, this is the stuff that could get challenging, it could blow in. But I got everything I need for a week. Yeah, so coming from here now, it's gonna turn and come from straight ahead there and straight into my van like this later on. Good stuff. Wind is howling, but you can't hear that because I'm using my new microphone. I had it for a while, but it really works out extremely well in weather like this. So shouldn't be too much wind sound on my talking, I guess. But if I turn my face to this, oh, that's just, yeah, that's not a good idea right now. So we're nearing the end of January. It's January 25th today. This is the first blizzard, really, and that is such a different winter from last year, where we had one blizzard a week basically, and this year it's just been extremely cold. We had the temperatures down to minus 41.4 in Karasjok that I was just in, and now the first blizzard is coming in, and yeah, this is why I live up here in the Arctic in a van. Just the brutal nature and just the elements challenge you a little bit. And the blizzards are kind of the ones that feels most uncontrollable, because there's so many factors at play. There's the cold, of course, but there's also the whole kind of road system and the van, and just it's different atmosphere, and you don't see very far, and it's just it turns into a magic wasteland where you don't know what's beyond your line of sight, basically. And of course it gets extremely beautiful. Whatever the snow does to the nature in a blizzard is just like, it's different from how it falls, but it just falls straight down. So tomorrow the landscape might look different. So cool, so awesome. Yeah, that's wow. We already got this, it's been 30 minutes and we already got this, I don't know, that's like 10 centimeters in 30 minutes there. And you can see the tunnel, you can see that rim here that's created by the wind. That's a lot of snow in the air. That's a lot of snow in the air. This is gonna be pretty crazy, to be honest. I'm not sure if... Yeah, I don't know. Just have to go with the flow now, but the weather forecast has been so much back and forth that I was like, should I stay here? And then it got good, and then it got bad again, and the wind wasn't so bad, and then the snow amount wasn't so bad. And now when I looked, it was gonna get really bad tomorrow. Not so bad today, so this is not so bad, but I don't know about that. I'd say this is getting pretty massive already. Not the strength of the wind yet, but the amount of the snow that's in the air now is quite considerable. At least I'm alone up here. There's nobody else around. Whatever happens, I'm alone. Yeah, I know that sounds weird. There's a lot of snow in the wheel arch there. Oh. We're in the shelter. This is gonna fill up fast back here. And then we come around. Plow truck. Alright, let's get inside here in the coziness. Well, that was something, and it's gonna get much worse, so just hunker down here and not make any big moves. I think I'm gonna pack my camera away in a plastic bag so that it doesn't fog up inside here. It's a fun weather outside. It's really quite harsh now. From the roof. Shelter behind the sunroof here. All right, my friends. It is going on and off outside, and today is not really the day, but look at this. That's amazing. I'm so glad I got those external lights. So it's dinner time, and before I have dinner, I'm gonna crack one of my IPAs, non-alcohol IPAs, and I do this trick now. Seems to be working every time. Well, I haven't tried it in a blizzard yet, but you know, look at that. It works. So cheers, my friends, and cheers to this guy up here with the snowplow coming through here. Always cheers to you guys, the best people working in Norway in any weather. Well, there's not much use for being out in a plow truck if it's not snow weather, but look at that. That's pretty cool. Yep. Cheers and thanks. Yeah. So for dinner, ooh. Yeah. Awesome. So for dinner today, I'm gonna make some savory pancakes. And have these pancakes here. They say pancakes with eggs. And 2 minutes. And then I'm gonna have serrano ham and cheese. And maybe I'll add bananas to top it off. I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Anyway, then you got this weather. Love it. Let's get this dinner going. I think I'm doing my small pat for this. I love this. I don't know if you can see it in this light because I have to face the other way, but some fun stuff out there for sure. That's how they look. Then serrano ham. And cheese. Two minutes. Then we'll add cheese and stuff. Make some bananas ready here. Actually. Oh wow. Now the snow is really picking up here. Let's do some banana cutting. There we go. really bad handiwork, but... Alright, that was pretty quick. Then I add cheese. Love the weather, and I take a full slice of Serrano ham. It's good stuff here. Put it like there. Cheers, my friends. I think that's it. Look at that. Then I just add a little bit of banana to that one. Whoa. Whoa. It is getting strong out there now. And then I roll that first pancake like that. Then on to the next one. How about that? Alright, then we flip that. Just had to move over here so you could see a little bit better what's going on. Cheese. One full Serrano ham goes onto there. Just enjoy this. It's a class. There, we got that one. Over here. A few bananas. Then we roll it. Oh yeah. Third one. So the cheese I'm using today is just standard Gouda cheese. I think this was bought in Finland. It's probably Dutch. Turn it around. Get some cheese. So, what should I name those pancakes? Are these banana pancakes or are they Serrano pancakes? I get so hungry when there's a blizzard outside. So a lot of the time when the cheese is done for the day, I kind of send it back to the fridge and it lives there until the next time. And I do that to other food stuff as well. So they have like their own place, their own base, place where they belong. And a lot of questions about this one. It's not metal, it's plastic. Okay, roll it up. There's that done. Turn that off. I actually forgot to open the sunroof today. That's kind of a no-no because it's a bit dangerous. Those fumes. Don't think it's something that would happen with me just doing a little bit of frying on the pan like I'm doing now, but you should be aware of that stuff. Just gonna eat here today. By this window. Alright, Barano pancakes. Let's call it Barano pancakes, like a mix between Serrano and banana. Barano. Amazing. That is so good. Barano pancakes. Super simple to make. Perfect blizzard meal. It's already 8:30. Yeah, that forecast is looking like a lot of snow. To get cozy back in here, and I'm gonna read a little bit tonight. It's actually not cold in the back here now because the front of the van is turned to the wind, so it's just much more pleasant back here. No need to be under the blanket. So I'm reading Two Kinds of Truth by Michael Connolly in the Harry Bosch series. And I've read all those 20 books since the summer. Spent a lot of time reading here. It's kind of cool that it's gonna be much more fierce tomorrow. Wonder what that's gonna look like. Could be a real mayhem. Morning. Looks like we got ourselves some help. That's a serious machine there. Well, now at least I know I can get out, but look at the depth of that snow there. Gotta love a good machine. Looks like it's quite windy out there. Look at this. And there comes the plow truck out there. Looks like it's a convoy thing. With one car. I'm gonna check if there's a closed road or a convoy or something right now. Good morning. Looked at the forecast. It's gonna pick up a lot through the day. I think I'm just gonna stay here for that because there's no point in trying to rush out here that when the storm is coming in. You can see right now the skies are clear, but look at that wall coming in there. I'm gonna go outside, see what it looks like outside. I can remove my thermal wall here, I think, now, because the wind is coming from the other side, but this really helps when it's windy. It's just totally different feeling to wake up to. It's just kind of comfortable inside. Yeah, I think we're good. You see the wind has made this tunnel around here. So it's gonna be a lot of snow. What an awesome place. Gotta love it. This is fantastic. Look at this. Yeah, it's funny. So now you see the effect of the wind basically coming from over there this way, and it's the back side of the van that gets plastered. That's how it goes out here. Oh, it's cold. This wind, ooh, it's penetrating everything. Yeah, I don't think the back door is open, but I should probably make sure I can get it open if my propane runs out later. Yeah, it's locked. Removing some good insulation here. Here comes the snow, and it's got ice spikes in it. So better get inside and oh, that's some harsh ice spikes in this snow here. Oh. Well, better get inside and make some coffee. Clever, locking my glove in the door. Very clever. Yeah, that's something. Van is warming up. 15 degrees now. And yeah, let's just get cozy and get some coffee going. It's gonna be a harsh day. Maybe I'm gonna start the van a little bit and get some juice to the batteries. Just check that I didn't use too much with my exterior lights yesterday. Well, that didn't take long. Now we're getting a whiteout here. I was outside 5 minutes ago. It is going off now. It just started right after I got back into the car here. It is blowing hard across the bridge over there. There's not much to film because it's complete whiteout. But here's the fence along the road. Yeah, so good plan to just stay here, I think. Let's get the coffee going. Cheers, my friends. Cheers to staying up here in this white abyss. Most important meal of the day. It's 9 o'clock. It's Monday. It's just a wasteland up here. And it's beautiful. But the wind should get super fierce through the day. And there should be a lot of snow coming. The wind is really picking up now. Gonna get extremely harsh. The camera is picking up a little bit better than what I'm seeing, but the fence over there is disappearing as well. Yeah, now looking at the official road authority web page here now, and right now it's convoy driving. I'm up here somewhere, actually right in that nook there. I've seen one convoy come through with 3 trucks. Just sit tight here. Over here on this side of the van, this is the only thing you can see in the snow. Pretty much everything is white out there now. Here's the plow truck again with a convoy. A big convoy. Motorcycles. That's gotta be unpleasant. Wow. Here's the back of the convoy lead car. Hi there, convoy. It's gonna get so much worse than it is right now. You can actually see the road now. Look at the light out there. And this. just had to come out here for a little while and check it out now before it's gonna hit. It cleared up a little bit, and most of the weather is delayed, but there's no chance for me to get out of here now, so I gotta wait until this weather passes. And you can see it over here, those clouds coming in should be bringing a lot of snow. I'm seeking shelter behind the fence here, just filming some snow and some snowdrift. And it hasn't started snowing yet, so this is just wind-driven snow right now. But it's, yeah, it's gonna get... See my van back there? Oops. Yeah, so now this is too much for this tiny camera. The wind and the cold together is not good. Well, here it comes. I'm trying to protect my camera here. It's really harsh now, this wind. Coming straight at my back, so this camera is not really made for these conditions, and now the storm is starting. Oh. Yeah, here we go. Wow, look now. Well, that just came out of nowhere, and now we're talking exactly on time, and it's gonna last. I think they're gonna close the road now, because this is not something you wanna take a convoy into. So this is the official road website from Norway, and it says now that the road is closed. So I'm sitting here. This is the spot that I really wanted to park in, and it's just me up here, I guess. My van over there, nearly disappearing. The road here is disappearing. my eyes freezing shut? Almost think so. Welcome to Arctic blizzard country. Yeah, better to have the back towards the storm here. Woo! This is crazy. Two hours until peak. Okay, I'm gonna get frostbite here, so better get in shelter on the van. Ah, that's better. I'm glad to have van shelter. It's a little bit coming around here. Now you can see. So when you're in shelter here, you can see that up here there's like this kind of fine mist of snow that kind of comes around on the back side and sticks on the windows here and everything. So kind of everything freezes in place as well. On the other side, it's just being polished, so it's always on the lee side that you get the snow accumulation, unless it's very mild and it's basically thawing snow off the roof and freezing again. But this is how it looks on the lee side when it's like this. Pretty harsh up there. Whew. If you move out here, oh yeah, that's okay, let's have a look at the polish. As you can see, this side is basically polished, and then it's building this ridge here, and that's the funny thing. It's pretty much clear in the front of the van here. Up until around here, it starts getting deeper. Alright, gonna turn on the exterior lights, I think. Alright, so here's the question I get the most about my van, and that is what kind of tires I'm using, or if I'm using studded winter tires. And the answer to that is no. I ended up choosing studless winter tires. These are Nokian Hecapelita CR3 studless, and Hecapelita CR3 studless winter tires, and they've served me incredibly well. Keep in mind, these are not off-road or all-terrain tires. These are made of a completely different kind of rubber, so they have a really good grip on all winter surfaces. Of course, if you have ice with water on top, it's gonna be very, very difficult with these tires as well. Then your only choice is to have studs. But these have been perfect for me. I'm usually in such cold environments that doesn't get wet on top of the ice, but it does happen. Then I usually choose to be very careful and maybe not drive at all. So crazy ice buildup here. I might have to get my rubber club out before I leave. So that's my tires, and you know, getting a lot of questions about the van in general, and I didn't build it, but I've modified like the battery and the power section, and I've added all these things that are thermal insulation and the exterior lights and all of that stuff. So it's Fiat Ducato 2021 model, and then it's built by Sunlight, and Sunlight makes these vans here. It's called Cliff 600 2021 model, and it's got quite insignificant diesel engine. I think it's 120 horsepower, and it's a 2.3 liter engine, diesel. It's front-wheel drive, not all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive or anything, and that's fine with me. I haven't had any problems with not having four-wheel drive. It's basically what you make of it. If you have four-wheel drive, you might take more chances. You might get stuck anyway. In slippery conditions, four-wheel drive with the wrong tires will lose the grip faster than front-wheel drive with the right tires. And that's something you should be aware of. When you lose the grip on ice, you lose the grip. And it doesn't matter if you have four-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. But this is front-wheel drive, works fine with me. Been driving in snow and ice for many years, so a little bit of experience I might say that I have as well. Well, cleared up for a second. Now we're back again. My heating is Truma Combi 4. It's running on propane. I have a space for two 10-kilo bottles of propane, and propane in Norway is mostly 95% propane, so it can handle cold really well, and it's really efficient. Doesn't use any electricity on my battery when I start it up. When I say nothing, I mean like a very small amount. So you don't use electricity with this heater, not any significant electricity. And these propane bottles, the two 10-kilo bottles, are in an external compartment, and they have huge vents going outside, so if there's a leak or anything, it's gonna leak outside from the bottles. Now, a lot of people ask about those propane heaters. This is not like propane heaters like the, I don't know what it's called, Buddy something, where you have your exhaust inside. This heater, the Truma Combi 4, has an external exhaust, and that's here. And this is where all the moisture goes, and also the dangerous fumes. It goes straight out here. Yeah, that's the ice buildup I get here from that exhaust. So no dangerous fumes inside. There's also like a security thing on the window here, so that if I open this window, it stops the heater. Now the heater sits right inside here. Here's the shore power hookup. Never used that. 2-3 nights during winter. And here's my cassette toilet. It's behind here, and for me that works very good, and it never freezes. Like there's been a little bit of ice in it, like on occasion, I use a little bit of antifreeze in the toilet when it gets extremely cold. Yeah, so here's my studless Nokian Hakkapeliitta. So yeah, continue to the backside here. So basically, oh, it's rough here now. So basically, the backside here of any of these Fiat Ducatos with these kinds of doors, and this also goes for Ram ProMasters. The big problem when it's cold is that it really... Oh, come on. Let's get in shelter here. Yeah, that's better. So the big problem with these back doors is that they're not very well insulated around the frame or anything. So when it's cold, there's a lot of cold coming in this way, and that's why I have a thermal insulation cover in the back door that you might have seen when I changed the propane bottles and stuff like that. And that's made by Hinderman, German company, I think. And that helps a lot to keep things much more comfortable in the bedroom area. And well, it's picking up again now. Yeah, picking up a lot. So, and you also have, this is where I have water in summer. And as I've said before, I don't have water at all in the van in winter, because when it gets to -20, everything freezes. You know, the pipes are along floors and walls and stuff, and you cannot prevent that from freezing unless you make a system that just uses a lot of electricity. I'm not doing stuff like that. I'm just leaving water out of the equation there, so I don't get any errors with that. Fun day. What else is there to say about the exterior? Yes, I have solar panels on the roof. I think it's 120 watts. 180, I think it is. And those don't work in winter at all. They're kind of only for summer use. They start charging the batteries in April, something like that. If you watched my winter prep video, you've seen that I have you've probably seen that I have 2 lithium batteries, 2 Scanbat 180 amp hour lithium batteries, and that's at 12 volts, so I have 360 amp hours. And these batteries have built-in heating, so they'll heat up the batteries using the alternator to charge, and that's how I charge my batteries most of the time. It's via the alternator. This whole van is set up with like a Shout electro block, so I think that handles it. I'm not sure about these things, to be honest. I have a small inverter. It's only 600 watts. That's perfect for me, using it for my computer and charging stuff and smaller stuff. And that doesn't pull any power, basically. It has a little bit, but it's not even showing up. Oh. So the gimbal froze on this camera now. I guess I just have to film this direction. And whew, it's not easy to talk when it's like this. All right, and I bring my EcoFlow Delta 2 charger power bank for charging my Starlink. Basically, it keeps my Starlink running. that's the main purpose of that. So my Starlink is mounted on the roof now permanently, and it uses very little power, like 11 to 15 watts when I charge it via the Delta 2 charger, which is using a 100 watt USB-C output. Yeah, so that's some of the stuff for the external things of my van. Cooking is also done via a propane stove, so that uses the same as the heating. I got 84,000 kilometers on the van now. And it's rough out here. It's peaking now. Whew. Wow. This camera is taking damage. Whew. is a much harder blizzard in terms of snow power than the ones that I have showed you before. Woo! It's really harsh. I had to switch camera because that DJI camera would work. Here's my road. This is actually the first time in a blizzard that is not quite the hurricane that I've had to open this manually. It's good on the bottom still, so that's okay. But it's filling up here. It's warm, so it'll keep it off there, but I need to keep an eye on that. Well, this is too rough really to stay outside in, so I think I need to head inside and sit it out indoors. It should be getting dark now. It's peaking, no doubt about that. So hiding behind the van here is good. As soon as I walk up here, it's good. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't know if that's showing up on camera. That's pretty nasty. That's when you need ski goggles. For sure. And look, we're on the lee side. And this is the snow accumulation on the mirrors here. Like there's no wind here at all, but it just comes around here. There, that's where the wind is. I have gloves. Don't worry. Just crazy day. Let's go inside. Oh, it's pretty crazy out there now. This is one of the hardest blizzards I've experienced, and I don't know why that is, because it's not the highest wind. It's a combination of the kind of snow. It's really like pounding, and I got snow in all my pockets, and it's going under the lining. I don't know where it's going. It's not in the pocket, but it's down in here. It's just pretty weird. Full of snow inside the lining. Oh, that's kind of stupid. And it's peaking now. And it was just too rough to be outside of. It's so rare. I need to hang this in the bathroom.